Alright, welcome back to a video that I did a few hours ago from my perspective. Yes, I am sorry the fact that it took me long to get back to this because I had to go take care of my grandma and I had a stream due, so life happens. Alright, let's finally talk about this book. Ian Fleming, James Bond, Felix Lighter. Like I mentioned in the previous video, you're probably noticing about his hand. Why it looks different. Well, there's a reason for that. Because this Felix Lighter is basically... It's like... I should point out the book is written by James Robinson, who does an excellent job with this series. And artwork by... Who is the artist of this series? It is done by... Well... By the way, it takes about 4 or 5 pages to get to the freaking title page. The artwork is done by Aaron Campbell. According to the background of the thing, apparently James Robinson was given a chance to write this book while he was doing grand design. I read it. It's actually a really good miniseries. So, like in the case of James Bond, you have like a cold opening where it basically we have Felix Slater in Japan where he's like drinking and then meets a woman named Elena Durnoff. And then he takes her back to his room where they proceed to have sex. Yeah, Felix Lighter has got sex with the same woman several times in this miniseries. Oh yeah, definitely. Now, in case you're curious though about Felix Lighter, is he with the CIA at this point? No, he was forced into retirement thanks to losing his 2 limbs. If you're curious, how the heck did this happen? The novel Live and Let Die. So basically, this is basically a nod. It's like James Robinson took the Ian Fleming version of Felix Slater, the one with missing limbs, and basically brought him to modern day, and they kept the events of Live and Let Die canon. In that particular story, which was also mentioned it also was shown in the movie, in the film License to Kill, where Felix Slater got his arm and leg bitten off by a shark. Though in the movie it was just his leg. In the original book it was his arm and leg. So here he's got an artificial leg. James Bond shows up in the first issue, and he shows up in the last one. He's still depicted as basically his best friend, because of course known each other for a long time. Felix also teams up in here with Tiger Tanaka in his 4th ever appearance ever in the history of fiction. First being You Only Live Twice, the novel. The second being the movie version of the book. The third one being The Man with the Dragon Tattoo. Yep, it's a John Gardner book which features the return of Tiger Tanaka, and then you have this miniseries, so his 4th ever appearance. Now you might be curious though, how the heck would Felix Slater even know who the heck Tiger Tanaka is? He probably met him off screen after the events of Live and Let Die. Live and Die, You Only Twice. Now here's the thing about that particular story. From what I remember from the story, I don't think Felix Slater was in this story. I know he was in the first 2 books. I think he pops up once or twice afterwards, but I don't think he actually appeared in the original story. I don't remember if he did or not. I know he didn't appear in the movie. Yep. And the actor who played him, it's his only English role he's ever done, though he was dubbed over in English, and he got a chance to speak Japanese, the actor. Now, basically, all deals with various different stuff. Now, the thing is, Felix Slater here is a private investigator, but he's hired to do this job, related to his old work, and also his artificial limbs have been changed. Originally, metallic limbs at the start, and then he gets replaced with these. Now you're probably curious though, how the heck give these semi-futuristic limbs? Well, they were a gift. You're probably thinking, from who, you might ask? Why, Felix's best friend, James Bond. Yep, gave it to him as a gift. Yeah, and this also takes place after the events of the very story arc of the very first James Bond book published under Dynamite. Yep. And as you can see, private investigator. Yep. But I personally love this miniseries. Great nods to the main ongoing series done by Warren Ellis. And still gotta love this gorgeous artwork. But this is just a pure fun series. I do like the fact that Felix is, well, sticking to one woman whole story, which is quite nice. Unlike James, who basically go with about 4 or 5 women in one story. But yeah, great book. I give this book a 9.5 out of 10. Just damn good book. I kind of wish Calvin Dyson would review more of the James Bond comic books, because I think, as far as I can tell, I think he only just reviewed the opening story arc. He reviewed Vulgar, which is the very first story arc for James Bond under Dynamite. So, what is left to review for James Bond and Dynamite? I reviewed his very first ongoing series. I reviewed this, the 2 graphic novel adaptations of the novels Casino Royale and Live and Let Die. So, you're probably thinking, okay, this is basically the 5th graphic novel review from the James Bond line. What else is left? There is also, I think there's Black Box, Hammerhead. I know there's a series of one-shots, yes. There is also James Bond Origin. There's first volume for James Bond 007. I got plenty to offer when it comes to James Bond. Oh yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, basically, I reviewed the first volume, this book. So all the stuff that go for James Bond is just James Bond Hammerhead, Kill Chain, The Body, the first volume of James Bond 007. There's also James Bond Agent Spectre, Hemaros, and the second volume for James Bond. So basically I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... I think about 7 or 8 more graphic novels left to review for the James Bond line for Dynamite. Now, up until recently, they had not published any James Bond books. They did publish one just recently. Yeah, they brought back the James Bond 007 book. Yeah, they brought this one back. They gave this one second volume, and it's only publishing 2 issues so far. I have been thoroughly enjoying reading the James Bond books from Dynamite. Now, you might be curious and asking, have you read any other company's publication of James Bond? Well, I did read the showcase issue that adapted the film Dr. No. Followed the book pretty faithfully and changed some stuff there with the very good artwork in that one-shot issue. The problem with James Bond, from what I've read, when it comes to comic form, it seems like whoever has the license keep losing it after like a couple years. Dynamite got the license, let's see, how long ago was it? Seems like it's been like a little while ago. So, Dynamite got the license back in 2014. Yep, 2014. That is pretty much how long, basically, they've had it for. They had it for 8 years. Yep, 8 years that this has been publishing for. Yep, 8 years. And I've thoroughly been enjoying. Oh yeah, there's also been a series of one-shots which have been collected in trade paperback. There has been Felix, there's Moneypenny M, but there's more stuff here when it comes to James Bond. Technically, there's been like a couple different ones per se, but yeah. So when Dark Horse had the book back in the 90s, yes, the 90s, they had it from 92 to about 94. Actually, about 95. They had it for years, and it got dropped. Yeah, and then like a decade later, we got more stuff here when it comes to James Bond, which I think in the case of Dynamite, I think they were definitely a good choice because they are very good when it comes to licensed comic books. Now, unlike, let's say, their public domain comics like Shadow, Green Hornet, this is not a public domain character. It's owned by the estate of Ian Fleming. And this is a licensed comic from them. And it's just been really good. Good job on their part. And I can't wait to review more of the James Bond books. Okay, so that is definitely going to be it for this particular review. Now, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to do any more videos related to One Piece. So I'm probably going to take care of One Piece probably not tomorrow, maybe this weekend. Because tomorrow I'm going to be starting on a brand new anime. You're probably thinking, wait, you just finished an anime, you done one? Yes. It's going to be by the same person who did the great job when up and defeated. The maid I hired recently is mysterious. You'll get a chance to hear my thoughts on that. I've probably done about 2 or 3 videos. It's not very long. They've only dubbed so far the first 7 episodes. I'm going to go through that and then basically just wait whenever they release more episodes. Okay? Next video. Bye.